of those misses and some of those near goals that we experienced in the other match. However, they have possibly gone to re-energize, and they have talked to themselves, they have reprogrammed them, and these girls are possibly trying to come back and say, we can do this. We defeated so and so. We can also take these ones out. And that's what they are doing today.
All right, that is what they are doing today. Remember, this is the 4th edition. The current champion of this under-20 is Spain. You know, it's like they've won everything. They won the Euros. They won under-20, and they won female World Cup, and they've winning everything. You know, and right now we just hope that Super Falcons can give them a challenge here in the final. The Falconets can give them a challenge in the final.
That's as in if they meet Spain.
If they meet Spain. Oh, lucky laugh. And that laugh means a lot of things.
What an ambition. It will definitely be a pleasure to face the Spanish team. They're very organized side. And let's take this from the source, from their background. When we faced Germany, the issue is they were more clinical in front of goal than we Nigerian team was. What do you think was responsible for that? It is because they had a background of tactics, well-groomed people in soccer. These are people that possibly have been kicking football since the age of 4 and 5. These are possibly people who had coaches, technical coaches, teaching them basics of football, teaching them technicalities of football, theory and practice at the age of 6 and 7, when most of our Nigerian counterparts were possibly still looking at going to nursery and primary school, still eating eba and gari. They possibly just discovered
studying English.
They discovered they could play football at the age of 12 or 13. When these ones were already 6 years gone, they were almost professionals. And then most of our own just start because they have natural talent, they have skills, and they had the passion to play football. So it all comes to play when you get to that level. When you match yourself shoulder to shoulder, then the technicalities, the tactics background, as well as the foundation tend to matter a lot. And which is what Germany actually showed Nigeria. So you're talking about Spain. The Spanish environment in football is similar to what we have in Germany. They put in their children, the kids in the academy as early as they could barely walk. They start training them about football. Most of the players they have out there are not specially skilled people. They're not fantastically skilled. They're just people that were trained, they were schooled about how to do this thing. The same way you and I were schooled on how to speak English, how to work arithmetics in mathematics, how to put blocks together and build a structure. You don't need to have talent to do it. You need to learn it. And when you learn it precipice by precipice, A for apple, B for ball, one by one, you get to become a master at it after learning the theory and practice for a long time. So we're talking of opponents who have taken time to develop, quote and unquote, technically trained professional footballers. They might be under 20 years, but most of them are professional footballers already. They play in professional leagues all over the world.
And it's a goal for the Falconets of Nigeria. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Beautiful.
3 goals in the 46th minute of this encounter.
And that's exactly what we were praying for. The prayers are working here. You know,
wow.
Because we're playing Venezuela.
Coming to this match, I never expected the Falconets to actually defeat Venezuela this way.
But Venezuela's situation might be similar. In fact, will have been worse than the Nigerian situation. Look at the economy. The economy of Venezuela is worse than what we have here. No, you could barely buy anything in Venezuela if you don't carry a truckload of money with you. The currency is as terrible as you want to buy a tissue paper, you got to carry like millions of the Venezuela currency. So they've had these problems for years, and they are possibly even paying less attention to youth development than Nigeria is playing. So yeah, we can face these ones and hammer them and just continue to pound them and give them upper and lower cuts. But you know, it's going to be different when you face a more organized, well-groomed side. That way, we don't only have to show skills, we also have to show technicalities and tactical play. That's why we can advance, or we haven't been able to advance beyond whatever we've achieved in the senior men's teams. Because these guys are tactical and they can play to instruction.
I know one of the most major problems with the Nigerian side, whether female or male, is that Nigeria has actually developed that mentality to become a tournament team. You understand? A tournament team. They've built a tournament team. It's not like we have been together, we have been training together, we understand ourselves. You know, no, we don't have that culture. The culture they have here in Nigeria is at every point in time when there is a tournament, you just call the big names, put them together in a camp, probably a week or 2 weeks, and the tournament starts.
And that's exactly the the greatest evil against success in African sports and virtually everything we do. If it has to be competitive, what developed countries do is that they prepare for them. They actually set a program and they work on these programs, they execute these programs diligently with an intention to learn. They actually don't go there. I remember in 1994 USA was going to host the World Cup, and one of the things that I remember was said before they decided to host the World Cup was that they wanted to open America up to football, because by 1994 football, or what they call soccer in the US, was not a major sport. In fact, what they call American football in America was rugby, just modified rugby, and they called it football in America. So by 1994 the government of the United States wanted.
We continue with those this history. Let me just quickly let our fans know what is actually happening right now. It is the end of halftime in that encounter, and it is the Falconet who is leading 3-0 in this encounter. And let me tell you, Nigeria have actually done well. The first goal was scored in the early minute of 16, an assist from Ukochukwu, and Bello scored that one.
Yes.
Then the second goal was scored by Ukochukwu herself.
Assisted by.
No, I think she struggled for it. Okay. She struggled for it. You know, she walked through the defender, got the goal.
Possibly a rebound.
Yeah, a rebound. She got the goal, fought for it, and got that goal. Then the third goal was scored by Flourish Sebastian. She was the one who scored the lone goal against South Korea. You know, so right now she's having 2 goals so far, and Ukochukwu right now is having 2 goals so far in this tournament, and it has been an interesting one. And during the course of this game, Venezuela actually made substitution. 2 players were substituted. Probably, I have not seen it. It is very difficult to see 2 players being substituted in the first half. Probably the Super Falcons have actually given them so much pressure, and they need to make substitution.
They don't popo them overly.
They don't overly popo. All right, you can hear the key. And Vaquez was brought in, and Perez was substituted, and Hernandez also came in, and Sanchez was substituted. These 2 players came on in the 26th minute of the game. You know, 2 of them were brought in, and 2 of the players were taken out. But so far so good. The match ended in the first half. The first half ended in favor of the Falconet of Nigeria. 3-0 so far. Early goals in the first half.
You know, I predicted 3-1 earlier, and quickly corrected myself because I think there should be more goals in this game. It might actually go on to like 5 goals or 6 goals in this game. Maybe Venezuela may get 1, but Nigeria will likely get 5 goals. Do you know why? These girls are going to try to prove a point. Each of them that is introduced is going to try and own the jersey. Wow. They're going to try and own the place in the starting lineup. So as soon as they take somebody off and bring someone else in, they want to strive to own that spot.
Wow.
And because really, if the future depends on this. These are underage players who are mostly local players, and this is their main exposure. This can actually show them to the world. They can be picked up by European clubs, and who doesn't want to play in Europe? You tell me. Okay, so these guys are going to play to impress. and impress the scouts, impress the coaches, impress everybody in the world, so they can get a permanent spot and continue to play for Nigeria. And as they do so, they hope to get recognized globally and pick up contracts. Exactly, pick up contracts and go professional, end the dollar cost, etc., etc.
Yeah, and I think players like this Ukochukwu, I think a lot of scouts will be watching her, because to me she looks very good. Just that she was just a little bit wasteful, but gradually she's picking up, with what she's doing right now. And let us look at other encounter in the Under-20 World Cup, where we have the African brothers Cameroon in Group A. Right now, all the matches in the group stage of Group A has been played. Three matches played so far. And in that group where we have Colombia, Mexico, Cameroon, Australia, and that group matches have ended. And you know how it ended? It ended with Colombia leading that group. After 3 matches, they won all the 3 matches and they have 9 points. Then Mexico, after playing 3 matches, they won 1 and drew 1 and lost 1. So they are sitting second position, and they're having 4 points. 4 points in second position. And Cameroon, the African brothers here, after playing 3 matches, they won 1. They won the last one they played today.
Right.
Yeah, against Australia, they won 2-0. Yeah, and they drew 1 before, and they lost 1. Also sitting with 4 points. So probably they can go for the third best losers.
Okay.
Because they have third best losers. Four teams. Yeah. We come out from that third best loser. So right now, with 4 points, it's looking likely they can be part of those one. So let's also look at other matches in this encounter, where we have group we have Brazil, Canada today. Yeah, that is Group B. Also, they have completed the 3 matches in the group stage.
Okay.
Yeah, where Brazil won their 3 matches and they are sitting top with 9 points. In that, then France is second with 4 points. In that encounter, right. Yeah, they played 3, won 1, lost 1, drew 1. The same thing with Canada. Canada won 1, drew 1, and lost 1. Yeah, but though they are having